Hi everyone and welcome back. In this video I'll be showing you how to make this cute and beautiful stack of pumpkins. They are all the same, just using different number of stitches, and I will show you and write down how many you'll need for each pumpkin. So in this video I'll be showing you how to make the small one. You will need double knitting yarn and a 3mm crochet hook. You can use a different type of yarn, chunky. Let's say if it takes a 6mm hook, you'd want to use a size smaller, so a 5mm hook. So we're going to start with a slip knot, and for the small pumpkin we're going to chain 20 plus 1. Now we're going to make a half double crochet into the second chain from the hook, and then a half double crochet in each stitch down the chain all the way to the end, so you'll end up with 20 half double crochets. So when you finish the row, chain 1 and turn your project, and then we're going to repeat row 2 until we have 24 rows. So make sure you use the last stitch as well. I automatically count every stitch unless I'm watching something. So you go into the first stitch and place a half double crochet, and place a half double crochet in each stitch along for 20 stitches until you have 24 rows. Just finishing off my 24th row. Then we're going to fold the piece in half and we're going to join the side. We're going to go into the first stitch of this side and then the first stitch on the other side, and we're going to make slip stitches all down the side to connect it together. In the end, you can pull your yarn through and cut a long tail. We're going to use that for sewing both ends. And you can pull it through, and then we're going to make a double knot with the other tail just to secure it. Then take your tapestry needle and we're going to close one end before stuffing, and we're simply going to weave it through the stitches. It doesn't have to be in every specific stitch, it's just so we can gather it all together. As we pull it at the end, it will close the hole. And now you can pull on that tail to close it. And again, we're going to make a double knot with the other tail, just to make sure it stays closed. Now you can cut your tail, you don't need that anymore, we're going to use it afterwards to close the other end. And then turn it inside out, and then we're going to stuff it. Now we're going to sew this side closed, and we're going to make the ridges of the pumpkin with the same yarn tail, so make sure you've got enough. So attach your yarn and make a double knot just to make sure it stays there, and the same as the other side, just weave the yarn through. Then we're going to pull it closed, and then I'm going to lock the stitch, and then we're going to pull the yarn through the middle to the other side, and then around the side into the middle, back to the other side. That's how we're going to make the ridges. So we're going to take it through, and then you place your yarn where you want the ridge to be, and you pull on the tail and it'll just squeeze it. You can make as many ridges as you want. You can have 5, you can have 6, you can have 8. It's up to you. Just making the last one now. Then we're going to lock the yarn. Just grab any stitch that you can find and tie that. And then you're going to hide your tail because we don't need it anymore. And there's your first little pumpkin. And now we're going to make the curl at the top. So we're going to start with a slip knot. Leave yourself a little tail because we're going to weave that through the pumpkin to tie it at the back. So for the small pumpkin's curl, we're going to chain 14 plus 1. And then we're going to place 2 single crochets in the second chain from the hook, and then 2 single crochet in each stitch down the chain, and you'll have a total of 28 single crochets. And as you work, you'll see that the curl is starting to curl by itself. And when you're finished, you can pull the yarn through and cut yourself a tail, Then take your needle and we're going to sew it onto we're going to thread it through the middle of the pumpkin. So that's one tail through, and when you put the tail through the other one, give yourself a little gap between the 2 tails, and then we're going to tie them together on the other side, and then pull the tails through and cut them off. And that's your smallest pumpkin done. And you might want to take a screenshot of these now, because I'll show you how many stitches you'll need for each one. For the medium one, you'll need this. And for the large one, you will need this. And then you have a lovely, beautiful stack of pumpkins. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.